Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Tasha K with Godesté, and per usual, I am so excited to be here sharing a new financial topic with you. Welcome to all of my wealth builders. Whether you are on your 1K journey, your 10K journey, or your 100K journey, this is the place for you. I'm so excited to have my audience in the building. Thank you guys so much for coming. And super grateful for those of you who are watching. We are about to get into my 4 favorite budget apps for 2024. And I have a bonus one at the end. The bonus one isn't really an app, but it is something that you're going to want to know about that has the potential to help you make really, really important life decisions. So make sure that you stick around for that. Without further ado, let's just get into number 1. So the number 1 app that I am going to recommend for people who want a better way to manage their money is Rocket Money. And this isn't necessarily one of my personal faves, but I can tell you my clients love it. They are always talking to me about Rocket Money. It helps you quickly identify your recurring expenses. They negotiate your cell phone rates for you, your internet rates for you. And so they have a lot of different functionality. You can set up your budget. It does have a $4 cost per month for you to be able to sync up all of your different accounts from your different banks. But I think it's worth it. Anything that allows you to have a super direct and clear eye on your finances, at the end of the day, I do think that is going to be worth it. If you're not interested in using an app, then I recommend the Godesté 10K budget tracker. We have an extensive budget tracker that helps you plan your finances from beginning to end. And the reason I particularly love this one, obviously because I made it, but outside of that is because it is gonna help you hit every single thing that's important to you in your finances, starting with your values. So the way that I usually work it into my curriculum, I have my clients use the online budget apps, but I also have them use the budget spreadsheet as well, because I want them getting up close and personal with their finances, not just clicking buttons, not just seeing numbers on the screen, but actively doing the work, going through their bank statements, inputting the numbers, looking to see how much they're spending on a month-to-month basis, and looking through line item by line item, what's showing up. Sometimes when people are going through their budget review process, one of the most surprising things that they realize is how many line items there are in a month. You swiped your card 55 times this month and you didn't even realize it. So while I do think that Rocket Money has its place, I definitely recommend our budget tracker. We have the spreadsheet and we also have the template, just so that you can put your hands on your finances. I think that's super important. All right. Number 2 is the Qapital app. I love the Qapital app. This is a savings tool. And the reason I love it is because it allows you to do something that I call micro saving. So most of the time, people are trying to save large sums of money at once, and it doesn't often work. So what I recommend is micro saving, where you do something like set it on autopilot, where every month you save $5. Every week you save $10 or $20 or however much you can. Set it up where you're saving $1 every single day. It's just taking $1. Set up the roundup rule so that every time you spend some money, it's rounding up to $1 or it's rounding up to $2. The reason that micro savings is so important is because I need you to be engaging in mindless saving in the same way that we often engage in mindless spending. You're not even thinking, but you swiped your card. You're not even thinking, but you bought some coffee. You're not even thinking, but you liked those pants, and so you took them to the cash register. And the spending is just so easy and it's just so effortless. You're not even thinking about it. A lot of times it's on autopilot. I need your savings to have that same energy. I don't want you thinking about it. I don't want you planning for it. I mean, I do, but I want a portion of your savings to just be running in the background such that you barely even notice that it's happening. You would be surprised how much money you save with having that automated, super simple, low savings process running in the background. For a lot of my clients, we do both macro savings and micro savings. And the surprising part is that the micro saving strategy is usually anywhere from 30 to 50% of their total savings. So that is significant. So for those of you who want to engage in some low level, automated savings, Qapital is that girl. She's going to give you so many different options. And what I love about Qapital, one account, multiple umbrellas under that account. So you can be saving for your emergency fund, you can be saving for your next car, you could be saving for your investment property, and you can have different saving rules for each of those different categories. And once you set it up, you just set it and forget it, and you don't even think about it. Now, number 3, this one is truly one of my favorites as well, Ally Bank. So this one isn't technically an app, but they do have an app that you can download on your phone. I love Ally Savings Account. They got that high interest rate savings account. I think it's above 4% right now. And they have different savings options that you can use as well. They don't have as many options as Qapital, but Ally is not a savings tool in the same way that Qapital is. So for what it is, as a bank account, they have several different tools that you can choose from in terms of figuring out the frequency with which you want to be saving. So they're not going to have as many of the micro strategies. They're going to have more of those macro strategies, and those are super helpful as well. Again, with Ally, you can have multiple accounts under one umbrella. For me, that's a deal breaker for my savings, because with your savings account, you want to make sure that your dollars have a specific purpose, not just going into some blanket savings account, because the savings account quickly becomes the extra spending account because it ain't got no name on it. So put a name and a purpose to each of those accounts and to each of those dollars, and set up your automated savings, your macro savings on Ally. And with the combination of Qapital and Ally, you can take over the financial world. You can conquer your finances. I promise you, this is the combination that I use for my clients, and the level of success that they have in just being able to save. They look at their bank accounts and they're like, oh, I don't want to spend money anymore. Once you start saving, the feeling is, it feels so good. You think spending feels good. When you look at your bank account when you didn't have anything and now you see $1,000, and then a few months later you see $2,000, you're like, people come to me, people who I used to have to beg to stop spending. All right, the next one is Fidelity. This is for investing. I love Fidelity because they are an accredited institution. They're not playing no games. They're not holding your money. Remember when, was it Acorns or Robinhood? People were trying to get their money out and they had shut it down. Get money out how? They were like, yeah, we're not giving money out right now. We're not giving you your money right now. Fidelity is not playing those games. They also, when you download the app, you can purchase fractional shares. So let's say, for example, a share of something that you want to purchase costs $100, but you don't have $100 to invest right now. That's okay. You can invest $10, and that would allow you to invest in 1/10 of the share. This is super important because you don't want to worry about whether or not you can purchase a full share. You want to be able to just invest however much money you have available at that particular moment and let that money work for you. And that is exactly what Fidelity is going to do. You want to look at their IRA options, specifically the Roth IRA. And if you already have a Roth IRA and you leveraging that thing, then you want to look at your overall brokerage account. So those are my 4 favorite budgeting apps for 2024. And if you create a financial game plan that leverages these tools, it is going to be a game changer for you. Number 1, the combination of Rocket Money with our budget template. That's going to allow you to start building a solid financial foundation and keep an eye on your finances. Start using Qapital. That's going to allow you to do some micro savings and have that savings going on in the background so that as you're spending, you're also saving, keeping that same energy. With Ally Bank, they're going to allow you to do more macro savings, and they're going to have options for you to make sure that you're being purposeful and intentional with your money. And then for Fidelity, this is going to allow you to invest on your level with a highly respected institution. Okay. Now, I said I have a bonus, and the final recommendation that I have for you is a tool called PayScale. And you can go to payscale.com, and they will give you 5 free salary reports per year. Let me tell you why this is important. Let's say that you are in an industry and you're trying to figure out, are you going to be able to get a raise in that industry? PayScale is going to let you know, based on where you live and based on the industry that you're in, this is your cap. This is what people in this industry, this is where they tap out in terms of income. So now that you have this information, you're going to be able to decide, do I need to switch locations? Are there people in different states that make more in this industry? Do I need to get a degree in order to make more in this industry? Do I need to get a certification to make more in this industry? And let me tell you why this is so important. People will move across the country not paying attention to what their particular industry looks like in that place. The other thing that people will do is go and get a graduate degree, but they haven't looked to see what the income increase is going to look like for that graduate degree. People will go and get certifications, but they're not paying attention to what is the impact of that certification on your industry. So when you are making very important life decisions, like whether or not you're about to go to school, whether or not you're about to pick up a new skill, whether or not you want to live in a certain city or state, go to PayScale, and don't make any decisions when it comes to your career without first leveraging PayScale, because you want to know, what is the money looking like? The money doesn't have to be the deciding factor, but you always want to know, what does the money look like, so that you can plan accordingly. I cannot tell you how many clients come to me. They went to undergrad, they went to grad school, they thought that they were about to graduate and get into this prestigious career, only to find that that's not what was about to happen. And if it does, a lot of times the income or the salary that they can expect is nowhere near what they promised them when they were getting the degree in the first place. So that wraps it up for me. Question?
Yeah, I wanted to know what you thought about the M1 app for investing.
All right, so Chantal has a question about the M1 app for investing. And it used to be the case that I loved the M1 app. And I still love it. I think it's an awesome, simple way to invest in a diversified portfolio, because they're going to break it down for you. And when I look at the different portfolios that they create, they match, they align with the ones that I create for my clients. So I think that they have a lot of options. But I started to notice recently that they're pulling back their resources. And that's always a red flag for me. I'm wondering, hold on, what's going on over there at M1 Finance? So long story short, I still think that it's an awesome app. I just got my eye on it to see what's going on over there. All the apps that I shared today, I am going to link them in the description below. Some of them are affiliate links, some of them are not, but if you want to access them, you can easily get to them in the links below. If you like these budget apps, if you know that taking control of your finances is something that is important to you this year, then I highly recommend that you stay tuned for our next video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.